I like to say when school's in, we're in, and when school's out, we're still in, because we really are that third space to our kids. If they're not at home and they're not at school, they're typically here. King Street Center serves children 18 months to 18 years old, and the majority of our families are low income, pretty much exclusively. And the majority of those families come from our immigrant and refugee communities. This is our kitchen, and we serve about 47,000 meals each year to all of our kids. I think everywhere you've got situations where there are so many mental health needs that children have that the school counselors are focused predominantly on addressing those. And what we were finding is that our kids were being left behind as a result. We had more than one high schooler who almost didn't graduate because they didn't take the right gym course. So the Academic and Career Exploration Program, or ACE for short, is a relatively new program for us.
Hassan's doing the one table. Everybody else is doing chairs. You're right here, guys.
The main goal of the ACE program is to expose our youth to different career paths and job options, as well as helping them navigate life after high school. Their first year in the program, so a freshman, is going to be the business trips, learning about different career paths, different job options.
They go to businesses that cross industries, that require different types of education, and they talk to people in that business about, well, how'd you get here? What does it look like to be at this job? How much do you get paid? Because it is important to them. For example, we had a visit to the local architecture firm, and there was a kid who really likes to draw, who made the connection that you can have drawing be turned into a career.
I think my favorite place was Beta Technologies, because I got to do actually the summer internship there for their youth program. Joe gave me the application to take home, and I just looked at it for a couple weeks, and he was like, let's just get this in just to see, because I know that you want to do it, but I think just the point of getting there is a little hard. And he pushed that, and then he helped me get into that. I thought that I was really grateful for that, because I feel like if he didn't do that, I wouldn't have done the beta thing.
All right, so I'll start by just telling you a little bit about the University of Vermont.
Getting them on a campus is huge, and once we're actually on campus, they can picture themselves being a college student, walking to class, meeting others, networking, and being on an actual college campus when they graduate high school.
I think one of the special things about the UVM trip was that it is very close to where many of our kids live, but they were blown away by how big it felt. And being on that campus, they were able to envision themselves there in a couple of years.
They'll put on a ton of fun things for us in terms of trivia nights or bingo nights. One time they did a little builder work.
When you think of college, I feel like it's really, you think of a work and hardcore, and it's a homework, not a lot of fun. But I think UVM, they had a lot of fun, different extracurricular activities, and I thought that was really cool.
This is what a standard double will look like. So if you're living with one other person besides yourself, this is about the average size.
They were skeptical at first of living in a small little room with possibly another stranger when they go to school. But by the end of the trip, they were all debating about who was going to be living with who and who was going to be whose roommate. So the ACE Showcase was the final culmination of the program for the first year, and all the students prepared a project based on their favorite trips or their favorite takeaways, and they highlighted what they really enjoyed.
On my About Me, it kind of explains, I definitely picked up some potential career jobs from ACE, but I think still yet to be decided.
I feel like it's a very useful program for the youth because it gets like introduce us to like different like careers that we weren't like introduced to in school. So like I feel like it's a good way to like just like open up our minds, you know.
This as a national life,
Samantha.
which is life insurance organization. Here's us at Ben and Jerry's, you know.
I talked with most of the employees. They said that they didn't know what they were going to do in life. At first, I didn't know. I was undecided. I didn't know what to do. But right now, I'm thinking about going to the medical field.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for your time.
I was really surprised by the first year of the ACE program by how involved the kids, the teens really got and how motivated they were.
And they do all of this with a stipend, which is a critical part of this program. Because our kids come from low-income families, by the time they hit those teen years, they really do need to help financially support the household.
They didn't necessarily have to get another job outside of this. Like, it allowed them to be fully focused on the ACE program, and it allows us to reward them for their hard work.
By ensuring that they have financial resources to do the exploration, it's our way of reducing that barrier so that more kids can have access to the future they want. The ACE program in its first year had 18 kids participate in it. The year before, we had less than 5 high schoolers who were engaged. This year, at the start of year 2, we have 31 high schoolers who want to participate. And so what that tells us is this has been a gap that nobody has filled and that we can step in to fill.
That wraps up tonight's event. Thank you for being here. We'll be back again next year because there will be a year 2. Thanks.
1, 2, 3.